The retirees who never run out of money didn't find a secret investment. Stopped buying. 7 things. And I'll give you a free tool to save thousands. You work 40 years. You saved. You did what you were supposed to do. And you're still quietly wondering if it's going to be enough. This video is about the 7 specific things wealthy retirees stopped buying, the spending habits that quietly drain ordinary retirees dry, while the financially secure ones pass right by. Most people think the retirees who never run out of money have a secret investment, genius stock pick, a hidden portfolio, financial miracle they don't know about. Here's what's actually true. Those retirees don't have secret investments. They don't have genius stock picks. What they have is a list of things they stopped buying. Not food, not medicine. 7 specific spending habits that everyone else keeps buying. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've seen over 1,000 clients. The retirees who are genuinely comfortable at 80, 85, even 90 years old. I've tracked their spending patterns, and the pattern is identical. They stop buying these 7 things. Some of them are things you bought last month, maybe last week. I'm going to walk through all 7. Number by number, I'm saving the most important one for last. At the end, I'm giving you a dead simple tool called the 30-day pause protocol. That can save you thousands this year alone. Stay for it. I want to be careful here, because there are genuinely excellent financial advisors out there, and I'm not here to tell you to fire yours. But the standard AUM fee model is doing quiet, invisible damage to retirement accounts across America, and most people genuinely don't realize it until it's too late. Let me tell you about Margaret. She was a retired teacher in Ohio. Comfortable savings, $850,000 portfolio, trusted her advisor completely. It wasn't until her daughter, a CPA, reviewed the account statements that she saw the fee line. 1% per year. Had been running for 22 years. The compound math on what Margaret lost to fees over those 22 years was somewhere north of $280,000. Her advisor wasn't dishonest. He was just expensive, in a way that's very easy to miss on a quarterly statement. Your advisor takes 1% of your entire portfolio every year. It's $10,000 on $1 million. It seems small. Over 25 years, compound math steals $350,000 to $500,000 from you. 2 options. First, switch to low-cost index funds. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, all have funds under 0.1%. That's $1,000 instead of $10,000 per year on $1 million. Second, hire a fee-only fiduciary. $200 to $500 per hour for advice. You pay for expertise. That's one habit. And it already cost Margaret $280,000 silently over 22 years. The next one surprises people the most because it doesn't look like a financial decision. It looks like fun. $350,000 gone. To a percentage on a quarterly statement. Now let's hit the one that surprises people the most because nobody ever thinks of it as a wealth killer. This is the one that surprises people the most, and I want to be careful here, because I'm not saying hobbies are a problem. Joy matters in retirement. But there's a real difference between a hobby and a financial obligation with a tee time. Country club golf, between the membership, equipment, green fees, and the clubhouse lunch, can run $25,000 or more per year. Boating carries similar ongoing costs. A 25-year retirement. $20,000 per year difference between a high-burn and a low-burn hobby. That's $500,000 in nominal dollars. Factor in what that money could have done in a low-cost index fund. You're looking at closer to $800,000 to $900,000 in lost wealth. It's not a judgment on golf. That's a number you deserve to see before you sign the membership contract. High-utility hobbies, activities where joy comes from the doing, not the spending. Hiking, gardening, which literally produces food. Reading, pickleball, $40 in gear, unlimited play for life. 36 million players in the US now, more than tennis. Same social connection as golf. Cost is not. That $25,000 a year golf membership isn't just a hobby. It's a subscription with a lifestyle. Over 25 years, that's $500,000 gone. If that money grew at 7%, it's $800,000 to $900,000 in lost wealth. Pick high utility hobbies. Hiking free. Gardening you grow food. Reading libraries free. Pickleball $40 for gear, unlimited play forever. Before you sign that golf membership, ask, can I get this joy for $40 instead of $25,000? 2 habits, over $1 million. And the next one catches people off guard because it feels like the responsible thing to do. It's your home. It feels like fees and hobbies over $1 million between them. Now, the one that feels like the right decision, your home, your investment, except it's not always. Quick question. Do you remember the gray paint phase? Between about 2018 and 2022, every house in America was painted the same shade of gray, shiplap on every wall. Open concept everything. Quartz countertops that were outdated. The moment a different influencer posted a kitchen tour, mid-range kitchen remodel runs $40,000 to $80,000. Resale, homeowners recover roughly 60 to 70 cents on every dollar spent. Net loss of $15,000 to $25,000. Just to follow a trend that's already over. Do that twice in retirement and you've handed a contractor the equivalent of a brand new car. Wealthy retirees have one rule for home renovation. Only fix what's broken or failing. Leaking roof, fix it. 1962 plumbing, replace it. Pinterest trend, ignore it. Your home is a stable asset. Don't turn it into a speculative design project. Spend $60,000 on a kitchen remodel. At sale, you get back $42,000. $1,000 loss just to follow a trend that's already over. Do it twice, you lose $36,000. One rule, only fix what's broken or failing. Leaking roof, fix it. 1962 plumbing, replace it. Instagram kitchen trend, ignore it. Before you renovate, ask, is this fixing something broken or chasing a trend? If it's a trend, skip it. 3 down. The next one is the easiest to fix because it's purely optional. The people who quit it never miss it. 3 habits. The next one, purely ego. And it's the easiest thing on this list to stop. Luxury labels are about one thing: signaling success to strangers. A $400 hoodie with a logo, a Gucci belt, the flashy watch. All of it says, I made it. Here's something fascinating that happens with genuinely wealthy people. In their 30s and 40s, a lot of them went through the logo phase. By the time they hit financial independence, they stopped caring entirely. Graphic quote, true wealth is invisible to strangers. Morgan Housel. They moved into what researchers call inconspicuous consumption, spending on quality and utility, not labels. A $100 blazer that fits perfectly and lasts 20 years. Walking past a $400 hoodie without a second thought. The flashiest labels are often marketed most aggressively to people who are stretching financially to afford them, not to people who could easily buy them. Luxury labels cost you money twice. Once at the register, once every time you feel you need the next one. That's the trap. Wealthy people figured it out and stopped. They buy quality that lasts, not a logo that expires. Next time you're buying clothes, ask, am I buying this for quality or for the logo? If it's the logo, skip it. Buy the $100 blazer that fits and lasts 20 years. Walk past the $400 hoodie your clothes should serve you. Not advertise someone else's brand to strangers. That one costs nothing to fix, just a decision. The next one is a number $27,000, and almost everybody pays it without realizing. Let me tell you about a man I'll call Dr. Ray, retired pharmacist, net worth north of $3 million, and every single day he drove a 2011 Toyota Camry with over 200,000 miles on it. His neighbor, still working part-time at 73, was on his 4th leased Cadillac in a row. Here's the math that explains everything. The average new SUV in America now costs $67,000. You drive it off the lot, you've lost $8,000 to $10,000 before you've touched a stoplight. By month 36, that same vehicle is worth roughly $40,000. That's a $27,000 loss. You didn't do anything wrong. That's just what new cars do. Dr. Ray understood the depreciation hedge. He let someone else absorb that first 3-year hit. Then he bought that car, certified pre-owned, and drove it another 12 years. Same roads, same destinations. A 3-year-old certified pre-owned vehicle still carries a manufacturer warranty on many major brands. You're not buying a risk. You're buying the same car at a 40% discount. His neighbor is still clocking in on Saturday mornings. New cars lose $27,000 in value in 3 years. You drive off the lot. You've lost $10,000 before the first stoplight. That's just what new cars do. Buy certified pre-owned. Let someone else absorb the first 3-year depreciation hit. Buy that 3-year-old car at 40% discount. It still has a manufacturer warranty on most brands. Car, same roads, same destinations. $27,000 saved $27,000 on a single purchase. The next habit is smaller, but it adds up to $4,000 before you even notice it's happening. And it starts the moment you walk to the register. $27,000 saved by doing nothing except waiting 3 years. Now the next one is smaller, but it happens every single time you buy something, and you probably said yes last month. Raise your hand if a salesperson has ever looked at you like they were delivering bad news, and then said, "You really should consider the protection plan." That's not concern. That's a profit margin talking. Most products either fail in the first year, covered free by the manufacturer, or they last so long the extended warranty has already expired. The coverage window in between, that's where almost nothing breaks. The self-insurance rule: insure for catastrophic risk, your home, your health, your car. Everything else, absorb it. $1.15 a month appliance plan over 5 years costs you $900 to protect a $400 refrigerator. Do that across 3 or 4 products, and you've quietly handed $3,000 to $4,000 to a retailer for coverage you almost certainly never needed. Extended warranties have 50–80% profit margin for retailers. Most products fail in year 1, covered free, or last forever. Warranty expired. Pay $900 over 5 years to protect a $400 refrigerator. Follow the self-insurance rule. Insure for catastrophic risk only. Home, health, car, everything else. Skip the plan. Do that across 3–4 products. You've handed $3,000 to $4,000 to a retailer. 6 habits. Over $1.1 million in lost wealth. And I saved the last one for a reason. Because this one isn't about a purchase. It's about a Tuesday afternoon. And it's the one I see most often in the accounts that quietly run dry. And now, the one I saved for last, because this is the one that gets almost everyone. It's not the car, it's not the renovations. It's a Tuesday afternoon when you're bored and your phone is right there. Retirement creates a specific kind of emotional spending trigger that nobody warns you about. You're bored. You buy something. You're lonely. You order something just to get a package. You want to show love to your grandkids. You spend $400 on toys they'll forget before the month is out. None of these purchases fix the feeling. That's the part people don't like to hear, but I've seen it too many times to soften it. I've been doing this for over 20 years, in over 1,000 clients. The emotional purchase pattern is the single most consistent thing I see in the accounts that quietly run dry. Dozens of small ones that felt completely reasonable in the moment. The solution isn't willpower. Willpower is not a reliable financial strategy. Before any non-essential purchase, they wait 30 days, they put it on a list, set a reminder, and on day 30 ask one question. Am I still glad I want this? 90% of the time, the answer is no. I've made you a free printable version of this protocol. It's linked in the description. Download it, print it, put it on your fridge. It's 1 page. It works. And the most powerful version of this for grandkids, instead of $400 on toys, give something that costs nothing. Your time. A day trip, teaching them to cook something you grew up making. Sitting down and telling them the actual story of your life. Where you came from. What mattered. What you learned. That doesn't show up on a credit card statement, but it shows up in every conversation those grandkids have for the rest of their lives. This matters because emotional spending is the silent killer. All 7 points together equals over $1.1 million in lost wealth. But this one, the 30-day pause protocol, saves you thousands this year alone. This is the architecture of wealth. The retirees who keep their money aren't luckier. They're not smarter. They just made one shift. They stopped spending for appearance and started spending for function. They drive older cars that run fine. They skip warranties on things that probably won't break. They hike instead of golf. And every Tuesday afternoon when the phone is right there, they wait 30 days. If one of these 7 hit close to home, drop the number in the comments.
This is the end.